Welcome back to the world of high-octane heritage and pure driving machines. Today, we are taking an exclusive look at a vehicle that serves as a bridge between the golden age of British motorsport and the modern era of lightweight performance. British car manufacturer Caterham has officially pulled the wraps off their latest masterpiece, the Caterham 7 HWM Limited Edition. This is not just another special edition package, it is a meticulously crafted homage to one of the most significant moments in British racing history. Specifically, this car draws its inspiration from the legendary 1951 HWM-Alta, a single-seat racer that once dominated circuits across Europe and helped establish the reputation of Hersham and Walton Motors, better known today as HWM. For those who are not familiar with the name, HWM holds a unique place in the automotive world as the oldest Aston Martin dealer in existence, but their roots go far deeper into the world of bespoke racing machines and engineering excellence. By collaborating with Caterham, HWM has managed to distill 75 years of racing DNA into a road-legal package that captures the spirit of the original Alta racer while providing the raw, visceral thrills that only a Caterham 7 can offer. The story of this limited edition begins with the aesthetics, which are a masterclass in understated elegance and period-correct detail. The car is finished in a bespoke shade of HWM green, a color that perfectly replicates the hue found on the 1951 racer. To add to the authentic feel, the body features classic white racing circles and hand-painted numbering that mirrors the identity of the original HWM-Alta. Every inch of the exterior has been scrutinized to ensure it feels like a genuine piece of history. The traditional Caterham grille has been given a unique treatment, and the car sits on a set of specially selected wheels that provide a perfect balance between vintage charm and modern structural integrity. There are no flashy carbon fiber wings or modern aerodynamic gadgets here. Instead, you get the clean, timeless silhouette that has made the 7 an icon for decades, now elevated by a color palette that screams British racing pedigree. Step inside the cockpit and you are transported back to a time when driving was a physical, tactile experience. The interior of the Caterham 7 HWM is a sanctuary for the enthusiast. The seats are draped in a specific grade of vintage-style leather that has been chosen for its ability to age gracefully, much like the original racers of the 50s. The dashboard is a work of art in itself, featuring a set of specialized Smith's gauges with cream faces and classic typography that look like they were plucked straight out of a 1951 cockpit. A wood-rimmed steering wheel sits front and center, offering that thin grip, direct connection to the front wheels that modern thick-rimmed wheels simply cannot replicate. To ensure the car's exclusivity is never forgotten, a numbered plaque is proudly displayed on the dash, marking each of the incredibly few units that will ever be produced. Every switch and every stitch feels intentional, reminding the driver that they are sitting in a hand-built machine designed by people who truly love the act of driving. Under the long louvered hood lies the heart of this beast. While the original HWM-Alta relied on an Alta-designed four-cylinder engine, the modern Tribute is powered by a potent 2.0-liter Ford Duratec engine. This naturally aspirated powerhouse has been tuned to deliver approximately 210 horsepower, which might not sound like much in an era of 1,000-horsepower hypercars, but in a vehicle that weighs significantly less than a modern hatchback, it is more than enough to provide a terrifyingly quick experience. The power-to-weight ratio of this 7 is staggering, allowing it to rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. The engine note has been specifically tuned through a bespoke side-exit exhaust system to provide a raw mechanical bark that echoes the sound of classic racing engines. There are no electronic driver aids here, no traction control, no ABS, and certainly no power steering. It is just the driver, the 3 pedals, and a 5-speed manual gearbox that requires precision and intent to operate. Driving the Caterham 7 HWM is described as a sensory overload. Because you sit so close to the rear axle and so low to the ground, every input is magnified. The suspension has been dialed in to provide a compliant yet firm ride, utilizing a setup that honors the lightweight philosophy of the original racer. Whether you're navigating a tight mountain pass or taking it to a local track day, the feedback through the steering wheel and the chassis is instantaneous. You feel the grip levels changing in real time, allowing you to dance the car on the edge of adhesion with a level of confidence that few other vehicles can provide. It's a machine that rewards skill and punishes laziness, making every successful corner feel like a genuine achievement. This is the essence of the HWM tribute, taking the lessons learned on the tracks of 1951 and applying them to the roads of 2026. The exclusivity of this project cannot be overstated. Caterham and HWM have announced that only 10 of these limited editions will be built for the entire world. This makes it one of the rarest 7 variants ever released, instantly securing its status as a highly sought-after collector's item. For the 10 lucky owners, they aren't just buying a car, they are buying a piece of a partnership that spans decades. The price reflects this rarity and the level of hand finishing involved, but for those who value heritage and the pure joy of a mechanical connection, the cost is secondary to the experience. It's a bold statement from Caterham that even as the industry moves towards electrification and autonomous driving, there is still a passionate audience for cars that are difficult to drive, loud, and unapologetically old school. In conclusion, the Caterham 7 HWM Limited Edition is a spectacular celebration of British engineering and racing history. It honors the legacy of George Abacus and John Heath, the founders of HWM, by breathing new life into the spirit of their 1951 racer. It stands as a reminder that the best cars aren't always the ones with the most technology, but the ones that make you feel something the moment you turn the key. With its striking HWM green paint, its vintage interior, and its raw performance, it is a fitting tribute to a golden era. As these 10 units make their way to their new homes, they will carry with them the echoes of the past and the excitement of the future. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into one of the most exciting limited editions of the year. If you appreciate the art of the lightweight sports car, the Caterham 7 HWM is undoubtedly the pinnacle of that craft.